April Fool's Day. Words to know: cultures, disguise, media, pranks, traditional, and victim. Pranking fun. It's early spring. Your chili ends up buried under a pile of salt. You've been the victim of an April Fool's joke. April Fool's Day is celebrated on or around the first day of April every year. It's one day of the year where it's okay to play jokes or pranks on people. Popular pranks might be to put grease on a doorknob or swap the sugar for salt. You might get friends to do something silly, like try to buy plaid paint. When they realize it's a joke, it's traditional to shout, "April Fools!" Why April 1st? No one knows why April Fool's Day is on April 1st. The holiday may have originally had to do with the welcoming spring. Many were often fooled by the challenging weather at this time of year. Another idea is that April Fool's Day began in the 1500s when the calendar we use today was introduced. The start of the new year was moved from the beginning of April to January 1st. People who still celebrated New Year's Day on the first day of April were called April Fools. Gotham goes mad. One story tells how April Fools may have started in the English town of Gotham. King John planned to take the villagers' land and property. The villagers acted as though they suffered from insanity to scare King John away. In those days, insanity was thought to be contagious. One of the villagers' tricks was to tie a sick wheelbarrow to a tree and stop it from biting anyone. Many cultures in the past have held celebrations near April 1. The ancient Romans celebrated the longer days of spring. They dressed in costumes and played games and jokes. At the end of the 12th century, people celebrated the Feast of Fools in parts of Europe. People chose a false ruler to lead the celebrations. The followers often joined in the fun by dressing in disguise. People who celebrated in this way until the 16th century. Around the world. Today, people celebrate April Fools differently around the world. Scottish Scramble. Some people in parts of the United Kingdom believe that the fun must stop by noon. In Scotland, however, April Fools can go on for 2 days. On April 1st, some people send friends on foolish errands. The second day is for playing more jokes. Tips to avoid being the April Fool. Have you read it carefully? Do you really believe there's a cross between a sheep and a thing called a shig? Get the feeling you're being watched? Be on your guard. Careful. That present may not be what you think. French foolishness. In France, April 1st is often known as April Fish. The fish is the person who is easily caught or easily fooled. A paper fish is taped to the victim's back. American tricksters. In the United States, the fun lasts all day. Telling a friend that the class is canceled and punching holes in his or her water bottles are examples of common pranks. Other pranks are putting oil on the doorknob and adding food coloring to someone's milk. Another trick is putting plastic bugs on food, beds, or chairs. Brazil's Day of the Lie. In Brazil, April 1st is Dia de Mentira, Lie Day. People enjoy playing practical jokes or brigandeiras on each other and telling silly lies all day. Jordanian jokesters. On April 1st, 2010, a newspaper in Jordan had an interesting front-page story. It reported that 3 spaceships had landed in the desert outside a town in eastern Jordan. Some people in the town were not used to April Fool's pranks and were really scared. The mayor considered evacuating the 13,000 people who lived there. The newspaper's editor apologized for the story. Sindaz Beda. The Iranian Persian calendar is very old and only used in Iran and Afghanistan. The 13th day of the Iranian New Year is called Sindaz Beda. It falls around April 1st and has been practiced since 436 BC. On Sinda Beda, Families and friends share picnics, pranks, and fun. It might just be the oldest known joke in history. Famous foolery. Famous April Fool's celebrations have also made their mark on history. Spaghetti trees. In 1957, a British TV program told viewers about a spaghetti tree. Viewers were shown people pulling spaghetti from trees. After the program, hundreds of viewers called the station asking how to grow their own spaghetti trees. Corporate chaos. Companies and the media report fake stories too. On April 1st, 1996, Taco Bell announced that it had bought the Liberty Bell, the famous American treasure. The company said it was going to call it the Taco Liberty Bell. Many people believed the story. The company then had to state it was a joke. In 1998, Burger King published an ad for a left-handed burger. The company claimed it was created to make left-handed eating easier. Online pranks. Online April Fool's Day jokes spread quickly. Google is well known for its April Fool's jokes. One of its most famous jokes was a Google Gulp in 2005. The Google Gulp was a drink that was said to make the person who drank it smarter. In 2012, a radio station announced that Twitter was changing to 133 characters per tweet. This would save the company $1.4 billion. It wasn't true, of course. On April 1st, 2013, Twitter said it would start charging more people if they used vowels in their tweets. If people wanted to use vowels, they could pay extra every month. Even the idea for Pokemon Go began as an internet joke in 2014. Google Maps advertised a tool that would find the world's best Pokemon master. Conclusion. Follow certain safety rules when celebrating April Fool's Day. Don't be mean. April Fool's Day jokes are supposed to be fun. Finally, remember, if you're going to make a joke, make sure you can take a joke in return. On April Fool's Day in many countries around the world, jokesters try to fool the unsuspecting. It's one special day to celebrate the funny side of life. Keep it safe and simple, and most of all, fun. Glossary. Cultures. Noun. Particular societies with their own ideas and customs. See page 7. Disguise. Noun. Something a person wears to keep from being recognized. See page 7. Media. Noun. Mass communication such as newspapers, magazines, radio, television, and the internet, through which information is given to the public. See page 13. Pranks. Noun. Tricks or practical jokes. See page 4. Traditional. Adjective. Of or relating to a long-established custom. See page 5. Victim. Noun. A person or other animal harmed by an act or condition. Someone who is fooled or tricked. See page 4. The end.